Today we're going to be teaching you all about flying machines, from Bedrock to Java. I'm here again with Jude. Say hello.
Hello.
He's going to be helping me. So, let's get on with this tutorial. Okay, so this is the Bedrock flying machine. As you can see, it's quite simple, and I'm going to be showing you how to build this.
It goes two directions.
As you can see
left
here,
and right.
I'll give an example.
Equal process.
You can see it going here. This is the maximum speed it can go.
The obsidian will stop it when it reaches this block.
I believe this design is from NavyNexus, so I'll leave his link in the description to his channel on the video where I found it. Yeah, and please like his channel and subscribe to his channel because he does very good Minecraft content. So now I'm going to show you how to build the Bedrock flying machine. You can do it out of honey or slime, it doesn't matter which one you choose. So first of all, you're going to want to build a few blocks off of the ground because otherwise it'll stick to the ground. And you don't want that.
You can build it as high as you want. You can build the flying machine as high as you want. It can only be 2 blocks off the floor, and then you could make it like almost max height.
Yes. So after you've got this corner block, you're going to want to go out 4 more. So you have 5 in total. After you have 5, you're going to want to go to the end, the other end. So this is going to be the side of the flying machine. This is going to be the middle. So then you have to put a sticky piston next to that. So now you have an L with a sticky piston inside of it. After that, you're going to want to place an observer here and an observer here. Now, you can either have a normal piston or a sticky piston here. It doesn't matter. And you can place it any way you want. It doesn't make a difference. So you can place that there. It's fine. So, now you just want to mirror this on the other side. So, you just go out, 5 across again. Simple. Then you want another sticky piston, 2 more observers, and finally you're gonna want the normal piston here. As you can see there, it already started to try and work. So what we need to do is place an obsidian here, and obsidian where you want it to finish on the other side. It's quite simple. You can just build up and then it will stop when it reaches the obsidian.
I'm trying to build a replica here with slime blocks. I'll be back and forth checking. So you're gonna want another L.
So you can build this going whichever way you want. You can even build it going vertically, or you can build it going horizontally. I'm going to show you how to build a vertical one if you want that. So it's quite similar. It's basically the same thing, but you're just doing it going up instead. So you're going to want the same thing again. The 2 L shapes with the pistons inside of them. Of course, this is going to be 5 blocks long. And then the observers, once again, in the same places. And you're going to want observers on the other side. Make sure they're facing the right way, because otherwise it definitely won't work. And then your normal pistons. I'm going to place an obsidian here so it doesn't move this time. And then another piston by here. And as you can see, now it will go vertically. So this can be an elevator if you want it to. So, now let's give it a try. I'm just activating the bottom observer there. And you can see it is going off now. Sometimes it'll push you off. It's just because I'm on a laggy world. Our Wi-Fi isn't that good. So if you're on a better world, you probably have better Wi-Fi than us. So you shouldn't worry about it.
Correct.
It sometimes moves you a little bit as well. That's a bit of a pain. But there's not really much you can do about that. And that'll just go up all the way up to height limit because I haven't put any obsidian next to it. So Now we're going to build the Java version of the flying machine. So which one is a lot simpler, but you have to be on Java Edition. I'm going to show you a picture now of what it looks like when you're on Java Edition compared to when you're on Bedrock Edition. So this flying machine is really simple. You just build up, like you do with the first one, a couple of blocks so that it's not scraping against the ground. Yet again, you can use honey or you can use slime blocks. It doesn't matter which one you choose. Then you place a sticky piston next to it, another slime or honey block, and then you place another sticky piston.
And you can even do slime block, then honey block, like this.
Yeah, you can alternate if you want. So, now you have to put the observers on. This is another choice again, where you can choose which one you want to do. It doesn't really matter. So, you don't need this block if you're going to make...
sticky piston,
you can either have them facing... You can either have them facing like this, or you can have them facing like this.
So both normal pistons, right?
So if you have them both facing like that, they'll go that way.
Okay.
And that's the flying machine done. So let me just show you what happens when I put both of them the same way.
Good for people like me who don't understand big builds of redstone, like farms and things.
So I'm going to show you what happens when you activate the flying machine. So it's pretty simple, like the last one. You just do one of the observers. You have to take the block out of the way. And then it goes off into the distance. This is also a two-way flying machine like the other one, but I don't know who created this flying machine. Now we're going to get into the explanations of how the flying machines work. So, with the Java Edition flying machine, the way that it works is through quasi-connectivity. So, this piston would be powered by this redstone block, even if I remove that one. On Java Edition, this is called quasi-connectivity. You can see that there's a gap between here, and it's not directly powering the piston, but it still would be able to. It doesn't make any sense, but that's the way the game works, and that's a major part of the redstone that changes most of the contraptions from one platform to another. You may have heard of something called a one-tick pulse. Now this involves a sticky piston being given a one-tick pulse. If you don't know this, an observer gives an output of 1 tick. So 1 tick is going into this piston. So it's gonna go here for 1 tick and retract in 1 tick. Although I'm on Bedrock, so that means the piston takes 8 ticks to extend and 8 ticks to retract because it has an animation.
Would this be part of quasi-connectivity if this was Java? If I put this here, it would do the output into the piston. It would work even though there's a gap between here.
I'm not sure. It may depend. It all depends on where the output is and where the input is.
Okay.
So, you can see that this is a sticky piston and it's got a block on its face here. So, on Java Edition, this block would go here when this observer is powered. Like that. And it would leave the block here. And that is called a one-tick pulse. It is very useful in redstone, as when you give an input that is only a single tick or less, or more even, then this block here will be a one-tick pulse, and it would make a single pulse which you could put into a door or anything like that.
If I place the block, and if I break the block, it gives an output when you break the block. Because the observer updates from this block being broken when a move is detected in front of its face. For example, the block in front of it, and where the face is facing, face twice, it depends. So if you break it, then it will output a redstone pulse.
So this is very useful on Java Edition. It's even used in 3x3, 4x4 and even 5x5 doors. It's also useful for most of the flying machines you get on Java, and that's why they're so compact versus the ones on Bedrock Edition, because of this one feature.
Now for the explanation on the Bedrock flying machine.
Yeah, so this uses a slightly different mechanic from the Java edition, but it's not too much of a difference. So as you can see here, this piston can extend and retract with another piston on its face. And it's doing that perfectly fine, has no trouble doing it. But if
retracted pistons are unmovable objects.
So as you can see here, it's not picking it up anymore. This is what happens in the flying machine here. So when this is extended, so is this one. And that stops this piston from pulling that side. So this side pushes, this side pulls. That can also be the other way around. So this side can push and that side can pull.
And these two pistons here facing up, they go up.
And that's what triggers the observers to power the main pistons. And that is also what makes it a two-way flying machine.
Yeah. Thank you for watching this video.
So, thank you for getting to the end of this video. That's a real achievement these days. I hope you learned something about flying machines, and I want you to have a little mess around with them for yourself. So, please subscribe, but you don't have to, of course.
That's only if you want to.
And goodbye.
When Jimmy Johnny got to the end of this video, he looked curiously at the subscribe button and could not resist the temptation.